Hello students, in this video I will tell you what are the differences between phrases and clauses. So mostly people have some confusions in between these two things, that how we can differentiate that it is a phrase or whether it is a phrase or the clause. So for this thing that you have to come to this, so you can see that what are the different criteria which we have, on what basis we divide these two things. So phrase, it is a group of words, and clause, it is also group of words. So this is the common thing, means in both the cases आप देखेंगे phrase में और clause में, so both have group of words, but the difference which we have in between these two things, so that phrase will not have a subject and the predicate. So what it means, so subject and predicate means that it will not have a subject and the verb. So this is the main thing which you have to see. So it will have more than one words because it has to fulfill the criteria. Okay, it is a group of words, but one thing you have to see, that it should not contain these two things, means that what it is about, because subject and predicate means that if we are telling something about anything, so that is the subject. If something is given regarding the subject, so that is the predicate. So means action, any action which is taking place. Now come to the clause. So clause will have both the things, means it will have a subject also and it will have a predicate also. It means that it will have subject as well as verb. So if you see any group of words which have subject and verb, so it is a clause. So this is the main thing which you have to see. Now come to the second thing, that phrase cannot convey complete thought. So it is a group of words, but it cannot be possible for us that by the group of words or phrase से ही हम नहीं समझ सकते आपका that what it is telling or about whom it is telling. Now come to the clause. In the clause, that it gives a complete thought. It is a group of words even, but it has subject and the verb, so we can easily understand that what is going on. Okay, so it is complete in sense of somehow. Now phrase cannot stand alone, means that we cannot use it alone. If I say that a pretty girl, so means that there is nothing which is given regarding the pretty girl, despite it के वो आपका phrase है आपका, it is a noun phrase, but main thing is के that it does not have any verb. So it is just leaving that thing, that's why it is considered a phrase, not a clause. But independent clause means, because clause will have subject and the predicate also, so means verb also, so it can be a sentence even, so it can stand alone. तो उसको हम एक separate अगर लिखना चाहें आपका, so it can be, ठीक है, say in this way. Now come to the next thing, you can see some examples that how you can differentiate that, है ना. आप यहाँ देख रहे हैं phrase में, after school the two friends rode their bike to the beach. So you can see that to the beach and after school, so these are the phrases, because it is also a group of words and to the beach is a group of words. But if you want to understand that what it means to the beach, so it is not giving a meaning, complete meaning, है ना. You can see in this second also, riding quickly, so it is a noun phrase. So but we cannot, okay, understand कि riding quickly, what riding quickly, what person is riding, why this person is riding quickly, so why and when, या आपका क्यों आपका है. So we are not getting answers of those things, so then it is a phrase. But in the clause you can see that after the school day ended, so that you can look in this, that school day is a subject and ended is a verb. Likewise in this you can see that boys is a subject and road is the verb. But in phrase you cannot see any verb here, so predicate is not given in this case. But in clause you can see that the boys rode their bike, so it is a sentence which is, ठीक है, full in meaning. तो कहीं ना कहीं वो आपका meaning में full है आपका. But there are some differences between the clauses even के one is dependent and another is independent. In some cases we have to understand completely that what, ठीक है, the situation is, तो वो हम कहीं ना कहीं एक dependent clause या independent clause के basis पे हम कह पाते हैं आपका. Now come to the next thing, that they are the different types of phrases which we have, which I have already told you. Okay, it is a group of words and it will not have subject and the verb. So there are the different kinds of the types of this phrase. So noun phrase, verb phrase, so means if any group of words which plays the role of noun, अगर कोई भी आप group of words है जिसमें आपका it will not have subject and a verb, but it plays the role of a noun, then it is a noun phrase. In verb phrase, if it plays the role of verb, then it is a verbial phrase or verb phrase. Now you can look in this that was working, so that one is helping verb and there is main verb, so both are coming together. So sometimes that helping verbs or the modal auxiliaries plus main verb come, so it makes a verbal phrase. Thereafter you can see that adjective phrase, so very pretty, so that it is a phrase which is of two words, mean it is a group of words, and it is telling something about the noun. So very pretty, because if we use such kind of things, so it means it is telling about any subject. Now come to the adverb phrase. So adverb phrase means that how the person is moving. So I can say this also really slowly. So it means when you see ly, so it shows adverb, but if you are writing that single word adverb in a group of words but it gives the same meaning, then it is considered a phrase, but they are not complete in sense. We cannot use them alone, अकेले यूज़ नहीं कर सकते. Prepositional phrase means you can see that there will be one preposition and it will be followed by the noun. So you can see that in the bin, so bin is the head word in this case, that's why. So in is used, so it is a prepositional phrase. Okay, now come to the this thing clause, that which I have given. Okay, it will have subject and the verb also. So you can see there are the different types of clauses also, like noun clause, adjective clause, or the that adverbial clause. So clause means it is a group of words and it will have subject, and the predicate means it is complete in sense also, means we cannot use, okay, we can use it alone also. Now you can look in this that if any group of words which plays the role of adjective, and it is telling something about it, so we can associate it that it is giving something about the noun. Okay, so my friend who has autism, so you can look in this that verb is also given in this, and if we use any noun or the adjective phrase, so we use some relative pronouns also. So you can look in this that it is the relative pronoun who which is used in this case. So who, whom, which, that, if you see such kind of words and thereafter you are telling something about the noun, then it is considered a clause. Thereafter you can look in this that if it plays the role of a noun, so it is complete in sense, what happened last night. So you can look in this that what is playing the role of the subject in this case, because means they are talking about thing, that what thing, okay, you, so what happened last night. So happened, it is a verb, so it means that what happened last night we can use it alone also. And I cannot remember, it is also a sentence. So we can see that there are the two sentences, one is dependent and another is independent. Now come to the adverbial clause. So adverbial clause means if it plays the role of a adverb but it will have subject and the verb, then it is considered a adverbial clause. So he put on weight when he stopped running. So in the adverb clause you see that they are preceded, या ये कह सकते हैं आपका कि before the clause you see subordinate conjunction like when, after, that, wherever, whoever, है ना, before. If you see such kind of conjunctions, so subordinate conjunction, ठीक है, keeps or make us easy that we can easily understand that it is a adverbial clause. So now you have to see this exercise that how we can say that which one is clause, which one is phrase in this case. Okay, so you have to just decide. Now look the first one, that Lola sang beautifully. So you can look in this case that verb is coming in this case also, subject is also here. So it means it is complete in meaning even, and group of words also. That's why it is fulfilling the conditions of the clause. That's why it is a clause. Now phrase, an abundant ship. So you can see that is the adjective and this is the head word, that is noun, and this is determiner. So when you see such combination, but you cannot use it alone, an abundant ship, but what meaning you are getting if you are using it alone, so it has no sense, and that's why it is a phrase. It cannot be used alone, it does not contain the complete thing. So the white flower, so you can also see that it is also a white flower, so it is a phrase also, because you cannot use the white flower is blooming. If you say this thing, then it is a clause, otherwise it is a phrase, because it cannot stand alone, तो अकेला नहीं हो सकता आपका. Now you can look in this that the boy kicked the football, so that verb is also here kicked, आपका kicked जो football है आपका, and the boys are the playing the role of subjects. That's why it has both things, and it is complete in sense also. That's why. Okay. Opposite the park. So this is opposite. This is prepositional phrase, and the park, that is the head word. So it does not have a complete meaning. Now look in the second. The wind hollowed fiercely. So it means that verb is here, subject is here, and it is complete in meaning also. That's why it is a clause. So I hope that you have understood it. So thank you so much. So please just like, share, and subscribe this channel. Bye everyone.